throat or something. So y'all got ugly. Huh?
We weren't ugly to begin with.
Huh? No, you've gotten worse.
Mm.
Now, did I say you? Are you taking?
I just assumed.
You think I was talking? Why? How you know I was talking to you?
I don't know.
Oh no, I wasn't. I might have thought you was one of the good-looking guys. But good energy first day. A lot to look at. We'll get to film and see where it goes. But I like the energy. I like the tempo for the most part. Seeing some of those young guys, the anxiety, that heart weeks. Sometimes I think the shirt was flying out there about 20 feet. Anxiety of doing things, but it was a good day. They adjusted well. They adapted to the seniors helped them. The upperclassmen helped those young guys, and we'll look at the film and see what we got. But for a good day, a good energy practice. We'll look at the execution as we go.
What is it that you look for in a first practice?
Well, I mean, just the tempo, the attitude, the demeanor. Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to be coached? Are you willing to be pushed? You know what I'm saying? And then we'll get to the execution as we go.
How early on do you kind of get a feeling for the identity of the team? Does it start right now, or has it already been?
Yeah, I think it always starts. You're constant. That's an ever-changing thing daily. I mean, it changes from everything you do. You feel that from meetings. I mean, think about this. How often you get opinions on people every time you're around them? Mm-hmm. Am I right? That's actually what a team's like. Every time you practice, every time you go to a meeting, every time you ask them to do something, whatever it is, they build that character constantly.
I mean, first time this many offensive linemen
Yeah.
since you've been here. What's that like? It seems like you have a whole extra
That's what I
team
told
out
them. They
there.
had a whole bunch of them out there, and I said, and I said, hey, y'all even gonna get tired. Everybody gets reps, you know what I mean? But they did. The way we split it up, everybody gets plenty of reps, and we split it up on the two fields. But tell you what it does, it allows you to work your young skill guys. I mean, when you get down to 3s and 4s, a lot of your guys, and you don't have enough linemen, them guys are having to take every rep, and all of a sudden those skill guys are standing out there and they can't get nothing done because nobody's blocking for them because the other guys are dead because they've taken every rep. And just getting those guys out there gives them a lot. And for our team development, it's going to be really good.
Jimbo, going off what I had asked earlier about the quarterbacks.
You asked about everything.
I know. The guys around the quarterback stepping up, how you like that experience should help.
They've got to.
Yeah, how did they fare today, the guys around the quarterbacks?
Okay, for the most part. Seemed like, the 1s and 2s for the most part did. And the 3s and 4s had their ups and downs. You know what I mean? But for the most part, the guys in the first two groups were pretty solid about their assignments and things.
Any new guys in particular really jump out at you today?
Oh, it was going 100 miles an hour. Some of them, you're catching flash looks. I'll save that till we look at the film. But I liked all the young guys' energy and their attitude. I really did. I mean, no one looked out of place athletically. There's not a miss in the group, in my opinion. I mean, there was guys that can do it. Now we just got to get them taught to do the right things, but and all had good attitudes and work ethic.
Do freshmen in general come in more prepared these days than maybe 8-9 years ago?
I mean, I think, well, some of that is because you get them in the summer now. Used to never got here. This was the first time. Think about this: in the old days, this is the first time they ever showed up. So you've had them all. They've been here for a month. They've lifted. They know the guys. They went through whatever little meetings you get and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, it's definitely easier for them now than it was in the old days.
Earlier, you brought up how Rick Leonard put on 30 pounds. When a guy puts on that much weight, does it take a little bit of time for him to get comfortable with it?
Well, no, because he did it gradually. He didn't do it. He did at the end of spring. He picked up 8 or 10. Once we moved him in the fall and in the end of spring, it was about 12, and it's 14, 8. It's kind of went up the right way, and he's kept it. He's ran with it and worked out with it, so it's a good way.
And how has he looked movement-wise so far?
Real good, that way.
Marquez a year ago was the new guy at corner and was sort of the unknown at that position. Now he's the returning guy and somebody new. How's he adjusted?
Really good. I tell you what, he jumped at me 2 or 3 really nice plays out there. He just flashed. I got to see why he did. What did we give the route away or something like that? But he flashed a couple times that really caught my eye. He flashed. I did see him.
Is he going to be important for the guys on the other side?
Incredible. Because when you got one side, you can know what's going on. And if you have to help the other guys or do things like that, it'd be really critical. And I think he is just from a confidence standpoint wise.
How's he become a leader just with this whole locker room and just everything?
I think just experience and knowledge and know-how. And you become a leader when you get more comfortable with your surroundings. And he's been out here, he's done it, he's had success, and he's had success for a whole year on the field. So that makes your confidence grow. And also the respect that the other guys look at you with. You know what I'm saying? They look to ask him questions and things like that. And he's done a really good job. Marquez is a great kid.
Speaking of weight gain, Dalvin's put on a couple times.
Dalvin's about 213, 214.
Does he look just as quick as he always does?
He did. The way he did ran out there, he did.
Yeah.
Unless everybody else got slower.
What's that going to do for him to have a few extra pounds?
Well, I think the pounding and then that running back, that physicality, one of your pass blocking, taking on, making 3-yard runs, 5-yard red zone, tight zone runs, short yardage runs. I think it helps you all the way around.
Jimbo, you mentioned the excitement in the freshman, but for you, 7 years now here at FSU as the head coach, just the excitement for you of a first day. Nice to be back on the field.
It is. I mean, you say it all the time, and it never gets old. I mean, it never gets old. And you got to remind yourself that there's so many young guys out there, and I can see the look in their eyes. Man, them heads were going 100. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. They talk faster than I did. You know what I mean? But just watching those young kids and watch what, and picturing them now. That's what I always say when they say when you get in draft. When I picture them that first day, when I went in their house, or that first day of practice, and when I get drafted, that's the things you remember. And these first days are always very memorable to me. I love them.
What's impressed you the most on the offensive line this year?
Everything. I question everything. We got to make sure we're doing the right things, calling the right things, asking them to do the right things. They're playing the right, and we're getting the right guys in. Or any young guys, are they moving up on the older guys? You know what I mean? All that. I mean, it's everything right now.
Hey, Coach, when spring ball started, you said that the team started a little slow. Were they ready to go, ready for?
Yeah, they were. Attitude and demeanor and energy was really good. It was really good.
A few months ago, you mentioned wanting Rod to be a guy to talk a little bit more. Is he coming along in that role?
He is leadership-wise, but he's still not a big talker. But he says what he has to say. We good? All right, guys. Thank y'all, ladies.
Like our videos? Then you'll love being a premium member of Warchant.com with exclusive access to breaking news, insight, and analysis from the best on the beat. Become a member today and use the promo code FSUKickoff to receive $100 in free stuff just for signing up. Warchant.com, your ultimate Seminole sports source.